Gary, Kingstonian 1, Billericay Town 3. First half probably, which was difficult, one to forget, but second half we changed things around, we went more direct, and it produced goals.
Yeah, I mean, look, tactically we'd asked the group to play a little bit more vertically and a little bit longer in the first half, but I didn't think our quality on the ball was anywhere near good enough from the defensive end to the midfield end, and even when we got into the final third, I just didn't think we found enough passes and we had enough bodies up there. So the changes we made at half time to the shape definitely helped, but then I also felt we played forward with a bit more quality and a bit more purpose, and we needed that first goal. There's no question about that, because there was a disappointment at half time that we hadn't got going. It was one to forget, like you've just said. It was a real horrid game of football, if I'm being honest, and it might be one that they'll be pleased with as opposition, because they've nullified us, they've imposed their self on the game, but we never got going. It was just a horrible performance from us. But by the time the game was out, I thought we'd got sort of both ends of the pitch right, Chris. I thought defensively, first half, that was one area that I was pleased with, because they'd had a threat on a few occasions. They had quite a few restarts and we dealt with that. So just to get both ends of the pitch where it needed to be by the time the final whistle went, see us get the win, and it was a really important win.
We were defended really well. Dan Wilkes didn't really have anything to do during the game, almost got to the penalty as well. What did you make of that penalty?
I thought it was soft, Chris. I said that. I mean, there was a bit of physical contact. It really grates on me when it feels like it's a bit of a sympathy vote, and that's no disrespect meant to Kingstonian, because I thought they left everything out there for Simon. I thought they really put a shift in, and he'd be pleased with the levels of performance, but I just felt that was a soft one. I thought the ref felt like he needed to give him one. And what disappointed me even more, 5 minutes later we've got exactly the same incident in their box with Alfie, where he gets dragged to the ground and he's telling him to get up. I felt that was more a penalty than the one was at the other end. But look, I'll watch it back on the video, and if I stand corrected I will be, but it was disappointing, I felt, and I thought the referee had a reasonably good game. It was just, I thought it was a poor decision.
And you brought Jaden Robinson on 3-0 up. He looks superb. I mean, he reads the game so well, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's quality on the ball. I mean, even in tricky, conditions and a real tough pitch. I mean, I feel for Kingstonians, if I'm being honest with you, with that pitch. You've got to play on that every other week. It's a real horrible pitch, but Jaden, as you just said, still found that little bit of magic and that bit of calmness and that. I mean, he's a player. I've said it on numerous occasions. Games have been very, very tight, and we've been defending the odd goal leads on so many occasions this year. But that's not only the reason we haven't put him on. We've made changes maybe to freshen the top end up and to secure the win on quite a few occasions, but he's one we trust, we value, we believe in. He's a real talent, and he's definitely earned the respect of his peers. He's one of them players in the change room as a 17, 18-year-old kid that they all feels got a real future in the game, and it's just a matter of us nurturing him and bringing him in when we can. He's been in serious contention for the last 2 starts, so that tells you how much we value him. He's the Potters Bar game, and today he was in serious contention to start, so that gives you an indicator of where we're at with him. But I was really pleased he come on and contributed and played a real part in the win.
Got some home games coming up in the league, but before then we've arranged a match against Hullbridge on Tuesday evening. What was your thinking there? Was it because you thought today might have been called off? Yeah, there was that in our thinking. I'd been made aware on Wednesday/Thursday that the pitch was underwater and there would be a real chance of it being off, so it ticked that box, but it also plays its part in Tom Bender getting some minutes, Ryan Henshaw getting some more minutes, Junior Valaquez getting some minutes, Jaden Robinson getting bulk minutes, James Blanchfield getting some minutes, Richard Asamoah getting some minutes. Adam Levers should be up and running. He's been really ill and been on antibiotics with a chest infection, but we're hoping that he'll be up and running, so we'll get some minutes into him
on Tuesday. So with the run of games that we've got coming up, Chris, it's important that everyone's cooked and got some minutes under their belt, and that was the whole thinking behind the game. I think we go 5 weeks after next week or 6 weeks after next week, Saturday, Tuesday, so the whole squad's going to be needed, so that'd be valuable minutes into the squad on Tuesday night, and we'll be using it with that in mind as a purpose to get players where they need to be.
Gary, thanks very much. Congratulations for today's win.
Cheers, Chris.